you're on the main ramp, just at the north end.
Yeah, we're at sort of the middle.
Rockwell, traffic 5.464 Juliet Whiskey, 7 miles northwest, 200 midfield crosswind 20 Rockwell.
So taxi on the taxiway or stay on the ramp? Okay.
Taxi.
Gotcha. Every airport has its idiosyncrasies.
Right. Yeah, we don't have like Concorde does.
All right, clear left, clear right. All right, so runway headings 20. I'm just going to set my heading bug to the south. Gauges are all green.
35%.
Rockwell, traffic 78144 is about 10 miles to the east. I'll be joining the left downwind for runway 2 Rockwell.
Yeah, he's going to 2. Our tachometer is not accurate, but I use the JPI tachometer. It's dead accurate, so if you're... Just didn't want you to be concerned.
Okay. Now is this set up as a primary or is it just a backup?
Well, I don't know how to answer that question. We use it as our primary.
I understand that.
I don't know. I don't know the legal answer to that. So.
And yours is redlined at 2700?
Yeah, it does not. It only goes to 20.
Rockwell traffic 5.4 Juliet Whiskey, 3 miles west, 200 midfield crosswind for runway 20 Rockwell.
2600 is your actual red line?
That's what the paper says, but it only goes to 2550. That's all this engine's ever done since we've owned it. So.
Okay. I might have a spare.
Well, it was interesting. This is a neighbor spare, and it worked briefly, and then it went crazy too. So I've got a perfect view of the RPM on the JPI from my side.
Yeah.
So that's just been our process. I need to get the weather.
23 Celsius. Altimeter 3025. Remarks.
Okay.
Density altitude 2,300.
Rock Hill, York County Airport, Bryan Field.
Automated weather observation 1531 Zulu. Wind variable at 04. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 31 Celsius. Dew point 23 Celsius. Altimeter 3025.
All right, 3025.
I'm going to see if I can get your thing onto my, let's see here.
Oh, yeah.
Default.
I think you scroll down into setting here, either system or...
And probably is Bluetooth.
I haven't done it in a while.
There it
Connect setup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rockwell traffic 5.4 Juliet Whiskey, midfield crosswind 20 Rockwell.
I checked flight controls. All right, clear, and smooth, and correct. Yeah.
Rockwell traffic 781-445 to the east, full cross midfield, enjoying the left downwind for 2 Rockwell. Rockwell traffic 5.4 Juliet Whiskey, left downwind, runway 20 Rockwell.
Bluetooth setup pages. Is it not showing up now? That might be the page. Haven't done.
This, I don't see a... Ah, there you are.
I just haven't done it in a while. I know it only likes 2 devices at a time. It tends to... There you go. Yes. 999674.
Rock Hill traffic, Roger Whiskey, left base, 20 Rock Hill.
Okay, I'm good.
That look good? Okay. So I can do a run up here. Let me turn a little bit. All right, if you'll keep your hand on the door so it doesn't swing open, I will get my run up out of the way. Full reach, full prop. Gauges are green. Governor's good.
Rock Hill traffic, 48 Whiskey, final, 20 Rock Hill.
Left mag's good. Right mag's good. Suction's good. Idle check. Got a steerman coming in. All right, I think I am good, so. No, that's not a steerman. Oh, that's, I don't know what those are.
Rock Hill traffic, 78144, joining the left downwind for 20 Rock Hill.
All right, so this was just a debrief.
Okay, we're going to climb to straight out to 3,000 to clear the B. Once we get level at 3,000, we'll start the gear extension.
Okay. There's a plane. I don't know if he's coming. We'll give him a few minutes to figure out where everybody's going. I heard him call. I thought he said 20, but I don't know how far out he was. See if he makes another call real quick. That guy's still on the runway anyway. All right, doors and windows. We are trimmed. Flaps are up.
Looks like he's clear now.
Rock Hill traffic, 28 Whiskey is clear. Delta taxiing back to 20 V Alpha. Rock Hill.
So he is in the downwind. I don't see anybody else.
Just that one fella. I think we're good.
Rock Hill traffic, Bonanza 8500 mics departing 20 straight out and Rock Hill. All right, full rich, full prop. Airspeed is alive. All right, full power, right rudder, maintain the center
Rock Hill
line.
traffic, 78144, turning left base, 20 Rock Hill.
45, 50, 60, 70, rotate. I hope that's us.
Well, it's that guy over there. As far as the...
All right, positive brake, gears coming up. We do occasionally get a phantom airplane. Not often, but occasionally.
Yeah.
All right, up.
Rock Hill traffic, 78144, turning final, 20 Rock Hill.
Rock Hill traffic, turn on mics on the go, straight out 20 for Rock Hill. All right, and we're flying. My gauges are green. Oil's a little warm. Not too bad. And lean as we climb a little. Everything all good?
Yep.
Okay. Don't see any traffic anywhere. 1,300 for 3,000.
Moore County traffic, 40 Kilo Tango, approximately 10 to the west, inbound for runway 5, Moore County.
I really enjoyed you walking me through all the lean finding and, you know, lean to peak, rich peak. I really enjoyed learning more about that over the years. We had to replace a cylinder, and although I don't think fuel had anything to do with
traffic, 78144 is clear of 20 at Delta, taxiing to the tie down to Rock Hill.
it. It is
Rock Hill
interesting
traffic, 40 Whiskey
to learn
departing 20
about.
Rock Hill, remaining in pattern, left bow. Rock Hill.
Climbing kind of slow to keep the airspeed up for the Oil temp.
What temperatures bother you?
Well, I mean, 220 is my really scary, but still, I'd rather.
Yeah, when I, my very first flight in my Bonanza after the new engine, I was getting 459 on climb out on the cylinder head temp.
Right, that's pretty hot.
460 is red line.
Yeah,
it was an instrumentation error. I also ended up with the oil temperature.
Yeah, I try to keep the CHTs under 400, but that's not always possible climbing out. But
part of it, if you use more fuel,
right,
you can keep them down.
Yeah, we're good now. We're only at 380, so a weird little notch in the Bravo down here. Make sure I know where we're going. Oops, wrong way.
And we can, once you get to your 3,000, you can bring the power back.
Yep.
And Rock Hill traffic, RV 983 is currently 9.5 miles to the east, 2,400 feet. We'll be crossing midfield for a left downwind runway 02, unless you guys are going 20, let me know, 983.
Hey, RV inbound to Rock Hill, this is 5.4 Julia Whiskey. I just turned left downwind for 20, that's what we were just using.
Yeah, right to that 983 for Rock Hill. We'll enter a 45 for left downwind runway 20, Rock Hill.
Any particular radio you want, or just shut them up?
No, you can shut them up if you want.
We're over Chester, but doesn't seem to be much happening down here.
Let's go around Chester, because there's always a possibility of jumpers.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, it is lit up. Didn't quite get that close yet. All right.
Go ahead and bring your power back so we
I'll throw it back a little. Where would you like it?
Something to give us about 100 knots or less. So I'd say probably close to the bottom of the green. Trying to. I'm good.
See how that works.
Except that, yeah, I have to have this mic close for it to work.
Yeah, it's hard to get it right sometimes.
Yeah, go ahead and bring it back to about 15.
Okay, I'm not used to ever having it that low in flight.
And get out your gear extension checklist.
All right, manual gear extension. All right, go ahead and get started.
Go ahead.
Okay, landing gear, circuit breaker, pull. All right. I believe that's the right one. Got an airplane on about 500 feet below us somewhere. Landing gear switch down. Our speed is good, so switch down. All right, nothing seems to be happening.
Which is good.
All right. All right, altitude's still good. I dropped a little bit. Sorry, I'm watching this traffic. Are you seeing them on yours?
Yeah, you can make a right turn, head down this road here.
Okay.
We're beyond the airport, so.
I don't know the area at all, so appreciate that. Get my altitude back up. I got a little low. I want to climb back up just a little bit before I get to the next step. All right, so let me see if I can even find it. Can you move your seat up a little? Is that possible?
Yeah.
Not sure which side it's on, but I just remember how awkward this is.
It should be between the seats.
It's just really low. Okay. Well. Okay, something happened. Okay, I've got it out. And it feels like it's engaged. So 15 turns. Man, this is really awkward.
Count them out.
All right, so there's 15. So I'm going to add a little power, some trim.
What's our speed? About 90. That's perfect.
90. We're good? Okay, I got 15. Let me see what the next page is just so I'll be ready. Anchor counterclockwise. Okay, ready for 15 more?
Yep.
All right. Oh, it's a little harder to get started. All right, that's the second one done. So we're 87. I'll add a little power. Trim feels okay, just I lost some altitude. Okay, and then 10 and 10, you like to break it up?
Count them out. I don't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Chet, testing, 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, I hear you.
Okay.
Well, I was just, are you counting them out?
Yep, that's 40. I got 10 or 11 to go. All right, the plane feels fine to me. You good? So just keep going till it won't go anymore. Oh, got really hard at the end. Should be close. All right, I think I'm on the stop.
Okay, go ahead and you can fold up the handle, or we can leave it there and...
So you kind of have to pull it out and then fold it in.
Correct.
Okay, I think it's in. We get a light. We got a light, and we got to indicate it down. So, and I did pull the handle. So if you want to check it or...
Yep, feels like it's folded.
Okay, that felt good to me.
Okay. So now to extend the gear.
Yep, well let me... If electrolysis is off ready, check the lights. The lights are good. Trim is out of whack. Crank, check mechanical indicator down. Hand crank disengage. Okay, and then back to normal to bring it back up.
Yeah, so push it, the circuit breaker. Should have that as well.
I was going to say, yeah, so hand crank stowed, circuit breaker first, and then retract. So circuit breaker first is in. Landing gear, retract. Fingers crossed. All right, got a light and the indicator's up. Okay.
Okay.
Well, that wasn't too bad.
Yeah, my guess is you probably were doing a lot faster before, and which makes it much more difficult.
Okay. Probably so. And like I said, I really only did it the one time with you. So we
I'm trying to find where the settings are for the traffic. Do you know that, where it is?
I mean, I know how to get to the traffic map. I don't know about the settings. If you go to traffic here and then hit menu, will that bring it up?
Yes.
Oh, there's not a...
But there isn't, I don't see a menu.
You're right. Go go back to.
Let me just see if there's one of these things. Back up. Out.
Let's go to system. No.
Yeah, normally I would think it's an item on the on mine. It's an item on the menu item.
Utilities. You have the new version, I assume? Oops, that's not what I meant to do. So I don't know. Is there something in particular you're trying to find?
Yes, I'm trying to find the settings to change them.
I don't know. So
let's see. Message, see if it does.
It has to be buried in that utility screen somewhere.
Flight plan import, okay. It's got to be on this page somewhere. Push nav.
Let me get my altitude back that I lost.
Okay, can you see if we're clear of the B?
We are, yes, we are out of the Bravo.
Okay, let's find a hole over there and work our way up to 7,000.
7,000.
Volume, push, message, back. Says what it is here.
Right.
Next, maybe. Oh.
I mean, it must be on that setup menu somewhere. I just...
Got to be on this page somewhere. Because it's displaying what it is.
There's just not a button there. How about map? No.
I believe so, but it's always possible. It's a totally different...
I mean, we have updated it. Well, there you go. At least have a menu. I don't know if you can...
Let's see.
Because it's showing traffic.
Map overlay change. Map setup.
There's traffic tab.
There we go. Traffic range. Traffic type. Nope, it's not offering the options.
A little more power. 4,000. Range. I feel like there should be a menu button there, and it's just not there.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. It might be on your on the transponder, which is a terrible place to put it if it is. Mine would be on this page.
I mean, yeah, I don't know if we got a weird revision.
Let's see.
I mean, it was displaying traffic.
Yeah, no, it displays traffic, but it's absolute motion, and I'm trying to change it to relative motion.
I see. Okay.
Which is much better because it tells you whether you're going to have a, just because you're pointing at each other, if the relative motion is that way, then you're not.
Okay, I understand. That helps to know. It just, I don't know. I mean, I know it's had at least one update since we've had it. So, I mean, our databases are up to date, but oil's 219, so we'll get there soon. Well, it's a pretty day, it's hot, but
How's our temperature?
right now we're at right at 220, so I'm...
I mean,
Oh.
outside.
Oh, okay, 25 C.
Still warm.
Oh yeah, it's...
Nice whole area here, so let's sort of stay in this general vicinity.
Couple big ones to dodge, but I think I have the manual in the back. Not that it's doing us any good, but I don't know if it would have every little setting. A flight manual. It's good. I got those two big clouds I can stay between probably. All right, 6,900, we're almost there.
Okay, trim it up for 105 knots. You're almost right on speed now.
Okay. It'll usually about 20-ish probably once we get leveled out. That might be a little fast.
Okay, you can bring the power back to about, again, to your 15. That'll probably be...
Oh, that low? Okay.
Yeah, 15 or 16.
Get the sweat off my hand. That feels pretty good. .109.
Speed is close. That's... Okay, we've been at this lower power setting here for a bit, so go ahead and bring the throttle all the way to the rear stop. Do it slowly, but go ahead and bring it, keep it, and let it trim. Stay in trim for the 105 knots.
Yeah. There, it's coming back up. I hate that buzzer, but I know it's doing its job.
Right.
All right, we're almost there.
Okay.
That's 105.
RPM is 1940. You have a pencil or something like that?
There should be, but you might have to dig. I'm sorry. We do everything on our tablets now. I'm sorry. I can bring up a notepad, but
Okay, so we want...
let me get the speed back up. I lost it.
Yeah, you want to be at
105?
105.
Well, okay. All right, 105, so 19,
Okay,
1940, yep.
notice you check your wing, the surface of the vertical surface of the wing.
Got some backfiring.
Yeah, that might.
Okay. Huh. Doesn't like this.
No. But let's just take some measurements here. So, almost 18. You're a little slow here.
I'm trying to get it back though. Just stop popping, distracting me. All right, there we go. 105. So get what you need.
Trimmed up. Just look at the
Top of the wing.
top surface to get an idea as to what the glide
So
is.
Yep, so it's up
Okay.
just a tiny bit, okay.
And how are we doing speed-wise? You're back down slow. You need to trim it. Right on speed.
All right, that's still.
Okay, so 18, I'm going to call it 1840. All right, and what's our descent rate?
1440.
Okay, write that down.
Okay.
And now bring the prop to the rear stop.
All right, 105 again.
Yes.
All right, down a little.
Pitch is going to change a
All right,
little
that's
bit.
pretty close right there. So idle RPM and descent is 1120.
So we're at 960, 970 on the RPM, and we are.
11.
What's our rate of descent?
It was right at 1100 when I was actually dead on it. But yeah.
Okay.
The trim in this plane's always been like hard to get perfect.
You
But
can
yeah,
go ahead.
I would say 1100.
Push the prop back in. And then you can start to add power back to 15 inch. So let it warm up a little bit.
Yep.
And then we can go back, circle in the same general area, and we'll do climb back up to so it's almost 900 RPM reduction. You can control the prop.
Right.
And looks like
Pretty good hole right here, I think so.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Go ahead and add your climb power. You already got it. Right?
Yeah. Keep the prop back, so we'll just not quite go full power.
We can go up to 5,500 and we'll
Okay.
try the
All right. Well, that cools the oil and the CHTs down.
Yep, I'm sure.
Magic. All right, so
And next to the emergency descent, which is going to be 100. What is it, 143? The indicated airspeed is 144.
144 knots is what mine says.
Yeah.
And I remember that being different because in some planes you do the circling.
Right.
We just do the nose over in this one, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
We just put the gear down, and that's the only other change that you're making.
Nice
So it's
big-
basically descending with the gear down and prop forward. You don't have cowl flaps to mess with. We can stay out of the BOA.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah, I'm gonna turn and use this little area here once we
Got it.
get a little closer to where. This I-77 under us? I'm kind of turning around out in this area.
I don't think so, but
It doesn't matter. Oh, it is 77. Right down your right side.
oh, it's underneath us.
Yeah. I never enjoyed maneuvers as much in this plane as the Cherokee. The Cherokee, I always felt like it was just kind of nimble and I could play. This one, I feel like it's serious all the time. So,
Funny.
not a bad thing, but the Cherokee, I just felt like I could just go out. There's 5,000, almost there. We're due west, so. All right, so power back, gear down. What was it, 144?
Correct.
Just straight over.
Yes. Find a straight direction.
And then the recovery will be.
Put power back in.
Okay.
And for me, it's always seemed like when my body goes over center in the chair,
Yeah.
about the right attitude.
All right.
We'll see how it is in yours.
Let me find a hole somewhere. Is this good, or do you want to turn back? I mean, we're gonna go under all this anyway, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead and bring your power
Bring
back.
the power back. We're at a good speed, so bring the gear down.
Yes.
Right, gears transiting.
Power all the way off.
Yep, I like to get the. All right, then, man. Power back. 144.
Down elevator. Head sled. Yep.
This is always unsettling, so. Yeah, it's a rock.
Just went over center. About
130 almost. God, that's fast.
almost 20 degrees pitch down. Still got a little bit more nose.
Oh, I know. The plane is yelling at me.
Okay, got the idea. It
Yeah,
you can
it's
be
a lot.
little bit more nose steep, but we don't need.
There's
to do
140, so okay.
That. Okay, so now.
Let's gently recover and power as we need.
Right.
Yeah, that's very unsettling in this airplane for me.
That's why you don't need to be doing any turning.
Right, well that's a good point, yeah. Okay, so put some power back in. Okay.
From 7,000 feet, 6,000 feet above the ground, you can be in the flare in about 1 minute.
Okay. Yeah, that is,
Okay, let's go back up. Let's climb back up to where are we at now? We're about 2,400.
25.
Let's climb up to 5,000-ish, and looks like a nice clean area over here. I don't
Thank
know
you.
about airspace is concerned.
I think we're far enough south. I'll keep my eyes on it. We're 30 miles from the Bravo.
Okay.
Do we want the gear back up?
Yeah. Sure.
Yes.
It helps.
Okay, sorry.
And what we're going to end up doing is try and reproduce those settings with the gear down.
Okay.
So it'll be about with this is about what the descent rate with the prop set where we want in the full rear.
Right.
And this is
The feet per minute. The 1440 was with the
1440
with feet per minute with the
and
gear.
so this is 1100 is feet per minute with clean,
with the gear with the prop out.
with the prop. This is we'll try and get that speed.
Okay.
Speed that gets us 1100 feet a minute at 105 knots. The power that gets us 11.
So we're trying to figure out. Okay.
An equivalent power with the gear down that we would get with the.
All right. A lot of this will make more sense to me after I've slept on it, so.
We're just trying to reproduce the power off glide at 105 with prop full retarded.
Okay.
And what's your guess on power?
I'm kind of lost, to be honest. So we're trying to descend with
105 knots.
Descend 105 knots.
And with
Gear down.
approximately 1100 feet a minute.
Yeah, I have. I mean, that's a lot more than an instrument approach. So it won't be much power, will it?
Now, let's start out at 15 inch.
Okay.
Then if that doesn't work, we'll
Okay.
drop it or add it an inch.
So there's
time.
So there's 1500. Help me stay away from the clouds if you one way. Let me make my speed's good. So the gear needs to come down. All right, gear's coming down. All right, gear's confirmed down. Now we want to
set
bring
power at 15 inch. Start with, and see, but try and trim her for 105. You're pretty close on this.
That's luck.
Trim her for that speed.
A little slow.
And what's our rate of descent?
520.
So bring it back to about 12 inches.
All right, 12, and try to stay on 105. Woo. All right, that's 1300 right this second. So we may have overshot a little bit.
So you can add an inch back.
All right, so that's going to be pretty close.
Okay, we'll call it 13 inches of manifold pressure.
All right,
Gear down.
gear down.
So that'll be, when we go to simulating loss of power, we'll go to that.
Okay. Oh, I see. Okay.
And the gear's already down.
Right.
So when you want to lower the gear, simulating lower the gear, you just bring the power all the way off.
Okay.
So now let's head over to Lancaster.
I saw it.
Back here somewhere, it's about 180.
Let me get the gear up. Yep. All right, Lancaster. Is that 273 or is that Kirk?
That's Kirk.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Well, it's directly behind us. No matter which way I go.
And what we'll do is we'll try and arrive over Lancaster at 2,500 feet above the elevation. It's going to be about 3,000 feet.
Okay. I'll bug that just as a starting point. Check my fuel gauges. We're still good. They're about even. My hands all sweaty again. Sip on my water. That's bumpy under these clouds. I might prop back a little more. I wonder if our version just doesn't have that particular setting.
No, it obviously does because it's
well, they showed it to you.
It showed it.
Yeah,
showed
you're right.
The opposite setting. We'll be below the Class B
right
here.
4,000, I checked. Make sure
and we can get Lancaster weather.
I went the long way.
Lancaster County Airport. Automated weather observation 1617 Zulu. Wind 220 at 5 knots. Visibility more than 10. Sky condition clear below 12,000. Temperature 32 Celsius. Dew point 21 Celsius. Altimeter 3023 inches of mercury. Remarks density altitude 2500.
122.72.
We should almost be aligned with the runway, so you want to...
We are, yeah.
So we'll get a little closer, we'll put the gear down, and we'll set the... when we're over the airport, we can be lined up almost with the runway.
Okay.
So when we're about normal or just over the airport, we can start a turn, and at that point that we start out here, we'll already be at 3,000 feet or 2,500 feet above the airport.
Right.
So the engine's failing at that point.
Okay.
And which means you're setting the power to 13.
13, yep.
And but the gear will be down.
Okay.
So we'll do a close-in pattern.
Right.
And lower the gear. We're targeting for beam the numbers at about 2,000 feet.
Okay.
Because that's 1,500 feet above the elevation, airport elevation.
Right.
And you can turn anytime you want when you think, you get, we're still simulating that at that point, we've still got the 13 inches and the gear is still down.
Right.
So when you pull the throttle back, you're saying, I can extend the gear and slide to the runway.
All right. But that's up to me to decide, not okay.
It's up to you to decide when you think you got it made.
Go ahead and get lined up a little better. Don't see anybody down there at the moment.
Airport?
Yeah, I was going to just straighten up a little bit, but
that's fine. I'm in total agreement with that.
back over the interstate.
We are never heroes, so if you need power for any reason,
Okay.
You don't need to wait on me. So, which runway are we going to land on?
We're going to land on 24. Yeah, we're coming towards 06. The wind was from 22, so.
Good.
So yeah, go ahead and slow down and get the gear down.
Hey, you can wait a little bit on the gears so we get a little closer. When we're almost at the runway, you can put the gear down.
What kind of call would you make? Just circle to land?
Just high pattern.
Okay.
High left traffic for runway 24 and practice emergency.
Okay. Lancaster traffic, Bonanza, both hit on mics, about 5 miles to the west. Going to be high left traffic for 24, Lancaster. All right, you make it slow down. Don't see anybody, but I still like to be polite. All right, gear speed is good. Go ahead and get it down. All right, gear's down.
And you're 3,000 until you get
Yeah,
there.
I got a little low, sorry. Trim's all wonky. All right, so how close when we pull the power back? I mean, we're not going to make it from here, I know, but...
No. Pretty close.
Okay. I remember it being terrifyingly inefficient, you know, doing these maneuvers, so... Is that the runway, the lighter colored?
Yes.
Okay.
The taxiway is more recent.
Gotcha. I was somewhere recently and the runway was so black you couldn't hardly, you know, tell where the runway was. Might have been Montgomery County. They had put a sealer or something down. Lancaster traffic, Bonanza 2 on Mike's about 2 miles to the west, going to be doing the left high pattern for 24 at Lancaster.
When we're less than a mile to the airport, I would.
All right, we still got a little ways to go then. Feels like we're closer than we are.
Yeah.
Should have put it in the Garmin, but I didn't. We're about 2 miles now. Well, to the center. That's all right. So, can you see it?
I can. Yeah. Barely.
Fourth light says we're almost there. So.
Okay, so go ahead and reduce your power. Your engine just failed.
Yep, so 13.
So you can go ahead and enter your downwind.
And we are trimming for descent or airspeed?
We're trimming for 105. Because right now, we're trying to make that runway.
Okay, got it. Okay. So looking at my wing, like you said, so tiny up a tiny bit. Okay, that makes sense. I'm with you so far.
A little pitch down here.
Oh, yeah, man, it's
should be close to our descent rate.
Yeah, we're pretty close. This plane's always been hard for me to get the pitch perfect and hold it. So, man, it seems like we should make it easy, but I know it always.
Well, when you're beam, the numbers, we want to be at 1,500 feet, which is 2,000.
We're 21 now, so we're a little low.
You're low. So that's why you shoot for it. Keep your glide in though, and
105. Okay. I mean, we're going to be at 1,900. How bad did I fail?
Not at all. I mean, these are targets.
Okay.
To give you. So you get to fly the pattern when you think you can turn. Now the gear is still logically. It's physically down, but logically up.
So now I'm doing power instead of gear for the simulation.
Yep.
So I guess
if you would lower the gear at this point, then okay.
I mean,
okay. Now
I've got to get my speed.
Got to get your nose. Keep your nose down.
I'm probably a little tight, but we got decent airspeed.
And your gear are actually down.
Okay.
When you think you can make the runway, put the flaps in.
All right, we're good flap speed. I think we can make it, but I hope I'm not wrong.
Keep the nose down.
Yeah.
And you want to...
Oh, I was too soon for...
You're good. You're good. I think you're good because if you made it to the grass, it's a couple hundred feet of after level off. There we go. It's gonna work out good. So
I didn't get the power quite all the way out. This one's funny. You have to pull it in and screw it 3 or 4 times.
got it.
So okay, well that wasn't quite as terrifying as I.
But you notice you were higher than you wanted to be all during that maneuver.
Yeah.
Air conditioning's on.
Yep, briefly. All right.
That worked out. That actually worked out pretty well.
Okay, all right. Well, if you're happy, I'm thrilled.
Now, this time, we'll fly a normal pattern. Everything normal. You'll have the gear down a beam.
Okay.
And then we will fail the engine. Now our gear is down, and...
Let me make a call and we'll talk right through that.
Sure.
Lancaster traffic, turn on Mike is clear 24, taxi back to 24 Lancaster. Okay, so now we're going to do a regular pattern.
Okay, so you're going to be 1,000 feet above the...
okay, normal.
So
normal.
you're going to be about 1,500 foot pattern altitude, I think, for this airport.
All right.
And a beam, you would normally put the gear down.
Yes.
And So, what altitude were you abeam last time when you made your simulated power reduction?
1900.
Okay, so you're 1900 puts you at 1400 feet.
Okay, yeah.
So we made the runway at 1400 feet.
Right.
And we even used flaps to
Right.
when we were closer in.
Okay.
Now what we can do is let's just do that, and then we'll do one more.
So we're just going to do it at a pattern altitude and see what happens. Is that kind of what we're?
Yeah.
Okay.
And basically, when you fail the engine, you're going to want to turn
Immediately. Yeah. Okay.
No dilly. You don't have to have a long
Okay.
B-52 downwind.
Right.
An extra 400 feet helped, I think.
Oh yes. That
And
was.
by the way, if necessary, I cut the angle.
Okay.
You know, to make it to the airport, to the runway.
Oh yeah, that's okay. That should have been obvious, but it wasn't. So, yep. A long way up here. Uphill, both ways.
Okay, verify trim is set.
Yep, I'm good fuel. The trim is set. The flaps are up and stowed. We're still full rich. I shouldn't be, but. So, let's take a look. Runway is 500 feet, so 15. Helps me to go through the actual motion of looking at the plate and letting it sink into my brain. So 488 feet.
Oh.
She's gonna be hot.
Like nobody else is dumb enough to be out here on this hot day.
I think almost every time I've been here, there's been nobody here. So
Okay.
I thought that was a street sign for a minute. So, yep.
Pose.
Slam it. Rotate it. All the way. Yep. That should be.
Lock.
Yeah, it does both. There. Yeah. You want me double check it? I mean, it felt right.
Yeah.
Oh. Yep. That's all it does.
Okay.
So I'm gonna open this little thing up. All right. All right. Lancaster traffic, Bonanza 8539 Mike is departing 24, making left traffic, staying on the pattern for 24 Lancaster. All right, looks clear to me. See a bird. Well, it almost sounded like you said Lancaster. Hands are getting sweaty and slippery. That'll be my excuse. They don't have airspeed yet. Come on. Airspeed's alive. Center line. Full power. Texture's good. Gauges are green. 55, 60, 70, rotate. Alright, positive rate, gears coming up. Alright, got a red light, gears up.
Like a dip in the Catawba would be nice.
That would be nice. Lancaster traffic, 300 mics, turning left, across for 24, Lancaster.
Carolina, Double One, high left downwind 20, full stop, thanks Carolina.
Lancaster traffic, turn Mike's turning left downwind for 24, Lancaster.
Roger, we'll do that. Double One.
Probably also a little further out this time, which is
Whatever you'd normally be doing. If you'd be closer.
I mean, this is kind of about the way I would normally fly, so that might be a mistake, but so I should go ahead and get the gear down early so I can turn.
Carolina, Double One, base of final 20, full stop, thanks Carolina.
So go ahead and get the gear down early.
Do it where you normally would do it.
Okay. Well, that's normally where we're going to kind of turn, so. All right, we'll get the gear down and then pull the power, I guess. All right, green light's down. And then I guess we turn and pull the power?
Yeah, pull the power and then turn.
Okay, all right, power and turn.
Lost the power.
Try to get 105.
Here you probably, because you got the gear down, you're going to be a little slower.
Yep. A lot slower.
Turn to the runway. Keep the turn in. See, we're sort of elevating down.
Yeah, or slow too, 90 knots.
Yeah, I think you're good, speed-wise. It looks to me like we're going to probably not be able to make the turn.
Okay.
Finally. So, go ahead and add power. So you probably would want a...
We're going to land or...
Let's go around.
Okay.
And...
All right, watch my speed.
Once you're positive rate, you can go gear up.
Positive. All right, the trim was really bad too. Like
so, you could have turned that bank a little bit more to get turned around.
I think I should have got the gear down sooner.
Experimental RV
so that I could turn
miles to the east. Then straight in for runway 24, full stop, Lancaster.
I missed what he said.
Lancaster traffic, turn on Mike's turning left, crosswind for 24, Lancaster. See if it repeat himself. I don't see him. Yeah, so let me get the gear down a little sooner so I can pull the power and turn as soon as we're at the end of the runway. And then see how I do, I guess. Lancaster traffic, turn on Mike's left downwind for 24, Lancaster.
And fly whatever pattern speed you normally fly.
Okay. I'm usually about, 18 knots once I get up, 18 inches once I get up here.
Okay.
Just a matter of,
Now for me, I would fly the pattern a little closer.
Okay.
Because you don't have, especially at pattern altitude.
Okay. I think I just got a lot of Concorde habits in the Delta that, I want to go ahead and get the gear down. Speed's good. Gear's transiting. All right, green line. Gear's
You're about 1,600 feet, so you gave yourself an extra 100 feet.
15 now. You want me at 16?
Lancaster traffic, experimental RV 6 miles, straight in for runway 24, full stop, Lancaster.
Carolina Regional, Cessna 54 Hotel, 3 miles to west, overflying midfield.
Final.
Runway 20.
Well, let's not do that then.
So keep power in. We'll bail it after he goes by.
I can do it right.
Aircraft downwind at Lancaster, we don't have you in sight.
Was that him? Yeah, if you...
Roger. We'll continue downwind, let you go by us.
Okay, appreciate that. We're currently 4.8 miles.
Oh, he's further out than I thought, so... All right, there's I need my 22 inches of manifold pressure to... That's what I did that night landing when it took a lot more power than I expected. So we can do a
Make
270.
a little bit of a right turn here.
I'll just circle around and.
Aircraft downwind at Lancaster, heavy on sight.
Okay. You can go downwind and follow.
Okay.
Him. Find him and fall in behind.
Yeah, I still don't see him. It's landing traffic. We have inside Lancaster.
Hello, Cessna 54 Hotel Hotel. We're flying midfield, runway 20.
Just follow him.
Okay.
And stay at altitude.
All right. Whoa.
Carolina Regional, Cessna 54 Hotel, turning left downwind, runway 20.
Heat. All right.
Do not start a descent until you can glide to the runway.
Well, that's.
Okay, our gear is down.
Yep.
Got the aircraft in sight, it's well ahead of us.
Yeah.
Now in the flare, you'll actually...
Carolina Regional, Cessna 54 Hotel Hotel, turning left 80.
not touch down for at least 500 feet after you, with the point you flare.
Because of the flap.
Lancaster traffic experimental RV is 1.5 mile final, so runway 24, full stop Lancaster.
This is very difficult for me because I don't really have a reference at all. He looks really
Carolina Regional, Cessna 54
really
Hotel, turning final runway 20.
Usually when the nose, when the sight picture of the runway end drops below the nose is when you can make it.
Okay.
You go, try making it from here.
Well, I'm watching him. He's not even on the ground yet.
Don't worry about him yet.
Okay, all right.
We got...
So you think we should try it? Okay,
Yeah.
pulling the power. And we're not feathering the prop or anything. We're just flying the airplane. All right, I'm going to try to trim for around... That's...
And you don't want to basically below, I think the book says 79. For simplicity, make it 8.
Okay, so I go a little slower maybe.
You can, but I would.
I mean, I'm faster than... I was faster than that. I'm at 82.
That just gives you more energy. Now you see how we're still...
Gears down.
Looks, to me it looks good without flaps. If you put flaps down, we'd be in sheep dead.
We're going to be close anyway, I think.
Yeah.
I have to add a little power. Sorry, chickened out.
Yeah, you would have made it, but it would.
What do you think?
It was a good chicken out.
Whoa, I see what you mean.
That we're 1,000-foot marker.
That's one of those where I'm like, is the gear really down?
Traffic,
If you're
Charlie,
within
touch into the...
hundreds of feet, 300 or 400 feet, and you got a clear way to the runway,
Okay.
you'll make it.
You warned me of that, and my gut just couldn't quite.
That's okay.
My gut just couldn't quite.
But you got to go with your gut. Of course, you wouldn't have had that extra power
no.
available to you if that engine had failed.
I wouldn't have a choice. Yep. So. Okay.
And
well, I feel.
you would have still just made it from. You notice that the sight picture was, at least for me, I'm a little shorter than you.
Right.
So my sight picture is I lose the runway. When I lose the runway, I can make it.
So that's a good reference. That and then beam the numbers. If you do have to turn there, make it as quick as you can because it's going to take every bit.
So your bank angle up to 45 degrees if you need it.
Have to. Okay. Well, I feel pretty good about that. So, and I'm roasting. So, if you want to head back, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Turn on the air conditioning.
Gotcha. Yeah, we lost half of it. Okay. I didn't embarrass myself too much, I hope, so.
But you see, now, that's without flaps. If you had flaps down, there's no chance.
Right. Well, and I've flown this plane enough now that I know, dropping the gear slows it down, but the flaps really... And you showed me, I don't know what the maneuver was called, but we came in. I felt like we were already over the runway in Concord, and you had us come in with flaps and gear and no power, and it felt like we were flying straight into the ground.
As long as you maintain in that configuration your, remember the 80 knots, 79.
Right, right.
Then you'll have the energy to play with.
Right. It's still an aircraft at that point.
Right. But it is approaching the runway in a very steep rate of descent.
LQR?
You want?
Where are we now?
I'll
okay,
put it in for you.
Okay, that's fine.
Let's see.
LKR.
So we'll do direct to and select waypoint. Actually, select nearest airport.
I feel pretty good. That definitely covers what I wanted to do. I remember some of it I don't, but that's good. And those exercises make sense. Until I realized what we were doing, we were sort of swapping the first time. We were dropping the landing gear for power, and for the simulation that
we do that because we don't want to act. Because if we have the airplane in the clean configuration and you're just making the runway, you got to remember to put the gear down.
Right. Yep.
And which can be an expensive lesson.
Yeah, I don't need that today. Okay, that was fun. It's a lot less stressful now than it was, 6 years ago when I barely knew how to fly the airplane. It must be good luck. We haven't gotten the attitude cross-check this flight. When it does that, it'll say cross-check, AHRS, attitude. Sometimes it'll say heading, missing, even though it's not missing. And you lose traffic. I still have traffic up on the little screen, but I lose traffic on the map, so I hope they can fix it without us basically paying for a new one. All right, let me clean the plane up. We didn't use the flaps, but let me double check. Rocket all the way, yep, that's good. Doors and windows. Texture, prop. All right. Haven't hurt anybody. Let me take a peek.
There was the pan.
Oh. Yeah, this one's got a stylus, but yeah, okay, well, a long time ago I would have remembered that, but it's been a while, so. Lancaster traffic, Bonanza 852 on Mike is departing 24, going to be turning out to the north, Lancaster. All right. Man, I'm
And 335 is our course to the airport. And we're probably most likely it's gonna be left traffic for 20.
Okay. I'll deal with that in a minute. Waiting on my airspeed. Airspeed's alive. Full power, right rudder. Lean out just a tiny bit. Thing runs pretty rich. 50, 60, 70. Positive rate, gears coming up.
So is this taking video of us?
It is, yeah.
So we'll be able to see if either one of us was scared.
Yeah, that's not what it's for, but we absolutely can do that. I don't use one inside very often, but I figured this is good. This will be good for me to review. The outside camera I always run. I figure someday I'll be in an old folks home remembering how awesome I used to be.
All right. How old are you?
I am 53, and I'm kidding. Of course, 54, I guess.
Yeah, you're a young punk.
Yeah.
I'll be 79 next month.
Oh, great. Ooh, that was a big bump. Lancaster traffic, 3 on Mike is turning out to the northwest, call for Lancaster. All right. Well, that's wonderful. Have you started having any insurance issues yet with flying?
Boy,
or
I have.
Every year's a...
My insurance with Avemco is not bad at all.
Okay.
I mean, it's a little bit more expensive. Like I'm insuring for about $190,000.
Okay.
And
Carolina Regional, Cessna 54 Hotel, turning left base, runway 2.
I have, I think it's just over 5,000 for a year.
Okay.
And
whoa, your plane is probably worth more than that, though, don't you think?
Carolina Regional, Cessna 54 Hotel, turning final, runway 20.
Go ahead and climb up to 2,500.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I set the bug to 3, but then that bump got me out of. Well, but you're not having to shop around just to get coverage yet. I don't know what age that starts getting difficult.
They say they will insure me as long as I can maintain either a medical or basic med.
Okay.
And I have to do medical or basic med annually.
Okay.
Well, basic med is I get a annual physical anyway.
Right.
And it's covered under my insurance.
Sure,
so.
Absolutely. Yeah, so it's just taking the stupid test.
So it's, go through the online course once a year.
Okay.
In September.
Well, I hope they maintain that, because I know, now you have a lot of experience, you've done everything, but I know a lot of people will get near 80, it just gets very, very difficult, so.
The other requirement that they have for me is that I have to get a flight review every year.
Okay.
Which is, I fly with a flight instructor a lot.
Okay.
So, matter of fact, I'm helping him.
Sure, yeah.
Getting building time, because just got an invitation. He'll turn 21 this year.
Well, he's getting old too.
Well, so when he does, he'll be old enough to work for the airlines.
Okay.
But as long as he has 1,500 hours, and he's about at most 100 hours short of that now.
Well, that's good. I mean, it sounds to me like those are very reasonable requests. I know I've heard nightmares of situations where that's not the case. So.
Now, I enjoy flying with other pilots, but it's not a requirement of my insurance. Now, the insurance that I did have would have made it a requirement.
Okay. But we've used Travers as our broker, and it switches companies every couple years, but I just like a Avemco for us is not competitive.
Yeah, it's a little higher.
I mean, it's not even close. You know, it's like almost double sometimes. So, but that's good to know that before you get to 75, you're going to switch to Avemco. Well, that's good. See, I'm recording that, so I'll know that. But that's good to know, because I see their ads and I get their things in the mail, and I'm like, you're not competitive. So,
well, some of my old insurance companies would take me back now.
Okay.
But I can't they're not reliable, so I can't go back.
It's better to have somebody consistent.
Because I can't switch back to Avemco unless I maintain.
Oh, well, yeah, absolutely. Well, that's good.
They won't take on new old parts. They'll keep old, existing old.
All right, I need to...
Now, we're on about almost a 45 for the airport.
Yep, I can't see it yet. Oh, yeah, I do see it, but I've got to get the weather.
Yeah.
Well, you know it, if you can put it in.
Yeah, it's 120.77 and...
Altitude 2,400.
Slow down.
Rock Hill, York County Airport, Bryan Field.
Automated weather observation 1653 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 10. Sky condition Q 4,200. Temperature 32 Celsius. Dew point 22 Celsius. Altimeter 3023. Remark. Density altitude 2,400.
What's Unicom here?
Rock Hill, York County Airport, Bryan Field.
Automated weather observation 1653 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 10. Sky.
All right. And we can practice one more emergency
Rock Hill
landing
traffic.
element.
All right.
Departing Skyhawk 35542 on runway 20 to the southwest.
1,000 feet and a bit.
Okay.
Downwind.
Lincoln County traffic, Cessna 91560 uniform left downwind 23 Lincoln County.
I don't want to mess around with somebody else's. Is this Rock Hill, the city here?
That's the city, yeah.
Okay.
See that tower?
Yeah.
Lincoln County traffic 439er crossing midfield for the teardrop for 2356 uniform. We got this site.
Straight to the center of the runway.
Right.
You'll be good.
Got it. How far out are we? I should have made a call by now.
4.8.
Forgot what airport we're at.
Rock Hill.
Yeah, I got it now. Rock Hill traffic, Bonanza 853. Mike is 4 miles to the southeast, inbound for the 45420, Rock Hill. I think I said most of that, right?
Yep.
I still get tongue tangled sometimes, but... But you still live in Charlotte, correct?
Correct.
Okay, yep. All right, 18 inches.
And pattern altitude 1,700 is good.
Yep, I got that
Good
bug.
number.
I'm going to get in a little tighter, get the gear down a little sooner, and then we'll see how it goes this time.
Lincoln County traffic, Cessna 560 uniform, left base 23, full stop, Lincoln County.
Rock Hill traffic, turn on Mike is entering left downwind 420, Rock Hill. I got Lancaster stuck in my, well, there's somebody departing. American Airlines going to fly over.
Lincoln County traffic, Cessna 560 uniform, final 23 Lincoln County.
All right, I'm going to go get the gear. Gear speed is good, so that I'm ready. Down, down. Rock Hill traffic, 39 Mike, midfield, left downwind, going to be doing a short approach for 20, Rock Hill. Thank you.
Rock Hill traffic, taxi 5542 on the departure leg, runway 20. We're going to be departing to the southwest, Rock Hill. Rock Hill traffic, Lincoln 14 Delta to the southwest, 3000 inbound, going to overfly the field, enter the downwind, runway 20, Rock Hill.
I'm still a little low.
Okay, you're a beam, so let's go.
Power and then turn.
Says Lincoln County traffic, Cessna 65439, space for 23, Lincoln County.
Now, gear is down, so we're good.
That's what I wanted to make sure.
And you'll have plenty of altitude.
Oh, yeah.
You can go ahead and put the flaps
That's
down.
what I was getting ready to. All right, being in just a little bit closer makes a huge difference.
Now, when we flare, we'll see how far we go before you touch down.
Probably not as far with the...
Right. Here's our down elevator. See how rapid it's descending to the runway?
Yep.
Flare a little bit.
Overshot just a little.
Say about 700-800 feet.
Okay, so not as far, but... Ooh, turn on the AC.
Air conditioning.
Sorry, that door is... There it went. All right, slow down. Yeah, we're like 11 degrees. Trim up. Doesn't go much further.
How did that feel?
That was good. I just like, but the problem is, and that's what I was trying to ask inside, is like, that makes me want to fly in close all the time, but then that's not really good for normal flying with. So it's like if you were psychic and you knew when your engine was going to fail.
Well, I would adjust a little bit.
Okay.
And the main thing is you're going to put your gear down at your normal spot. If you do, you're going to end up changing. If you're turning closer into the runway, you're going to delay when you extend the flaps
Right.
to where you have the runway made.
Right.
And if you do that, it's every time practice. And
Okay.
when you are in your final descent with the flaps and gear down, you want to maintain.
Rock Hill traffic, swing 14 Delta 5 to the southwest over Flats Field, enter the left downwind 20, be exiting at Juliet, Rock Hill.
Go back where I was. I'll look into that thing. I don't know what. So instead of being set to what it's set now, it should be set to the other one?
Yeah, because
Okay.
it gives you a vector not to where the airplane is pointed, but where your relative
Okay.
is converging. So, like, if it's pointing off a direction that doesn't show cross your path.
Okay.
Also, if you're behind somebody, it will show the aircraft that you're following with a tail, with a green line coming out of its
Okay.
tail, showing you that you're overtaking them.
I guess just from my literal seat, I'm watching traffic here and here. I really don't use that for traffic, so I've never even noticed what you're talking about with so many.
The problem with these that I don't like is they don't offer that capability.
Okay, no, that sounds great. It's just, like I said, it's not something that I've ever... All right, I'm going to shut everything down. Where's mine?